Hello everyone, this is Queen and you're welcome to today's tutorial. This channel is where I teach easy ways to do a whole lot of things. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so before we start. Please. Thank you so much. So the first measurement here is for the outer fabric, and I'm going to be using the cm. So the length is 62 cm, while the width is 45 cm. And I used a gum to hold the fabric to make it stronger. Okay. So the next fabric we are going to measure out is the inner fabric, and the length is 62 cm as well, and the width is 45 cm, just the same thing with the outer fabric. Okay, now for the pockets, we have 20 cm by 32 cm, as the width is 32 cm. Okay, the length is 32 cm actually, and the width is 20 cm. So I have two of that. And for the handle, okay, for the handle we have the length is 44 cm and the width is 10 cm. So I have two of that. Okay. All right, the next thing we have here is the tab. So for the tab we have the width is 6 cm while the length is 7 cm. Now for the zipper we are going to use, we have 35 cm, and I have just one piece of that. So now we are going to start by folding the zipper like so, and we are going to stitch it with our needle and thread so that the edges there will not be rough. Okay, so I'm just going to do that quickly. And the next thing is we are going to do is to fold the handle in place just the way we want it to be. So I'm just going to fold it in like so. And I'm going to secure it with a pin. Okay. All right, I'm just going to secure it with pins. Then I'm going to sew it like so, from this angle to the other angle. 2 straight lines at the edges. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this one too. So now I'm done sewing them. This is what they look like. Okay. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do now is to get the pockets ready. So I pinned them up. So now I'm just going to keep them in place, folding it in. I'm going to sew like so to this angle. So I'm going to take this, sew it up to this point, and just leave a space at the middle. Okay, I'll leave a space at the middle for turning. I'll do the same for this one as well. So I'm done sewing that, and this is what it looks like. The space is still there at the middle. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that aside. Next, we are going to cut out this piece. So we have 8 cm this angle, and then we have 7 cm this angle. And we are going to do the same for this area, 8 cm and 7 cm. So I'm just going to cut it out. Like so. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing here, like so. Okay. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to do the same thing to the inner fabric, 8 cm and 7 cm. Okay, this fabric is very soft. Right, so I'm done doing that. I'm just going to flip it open like so. Place the pocket at the middle. So I'm just going to do this to get the middle, the midpoint, the middle. So this is just to get the middle. Okay. Now flip it open. I just marked the middle. Okay. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the pocket. Get the middle and then place it at the middle of the fabric. Okay. So I'm just going to arrange it properly, and I'm going to measure out about 5 cm. Okay, I'm going to measure about 5 cm space. Okay, and I'm going to arrange it properly. So next we are going to secure it with some pins. And we are going to sew like so, from this angle to this angle, just a single line, a straight line. And we're going to do the same to this side. So we are going to do the same for this side. I'm done sewing it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, all right. So next I'm going to measure 9 cm at this angle, 9 cm, and I'm going to do the same thing here, 9 cm. I'm going to turn it like so and measure the same thing, 9 cm. So I'm going to do the same thing for this fabric, 9 cm. I'm going to mark 9 cm. Okay. All right. Okay. So when we're done marking the 9 cm, the next thing we're going to do is to place our zipper on the fabric, taking note of where we marked 9 cm. Okay, we're just going to place it like so, and then we are going to secure it with pins. Okay. All right. So I'm going to place the inner fabric like so, and then secure it with the pins. Okay, next I'm going to sew across like so. When I get to this point, I will make sure the zipper is inside, then I'm going to sew. Now I'm done sewing it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, I'm just going to flip this over like so, and then I'm going to top stitch like so. Okay, I'm done with the top stitching. This is what it looks like. Okay, the next thing, I'm going to sew the other side of the zipper like so. I'm just going to hold it up with pins, exactly as at the place I marked. So exactly what I did at the other side. So I'm going to secure it with the pins. Now I'm going to head over to my sewing machine and sew it exactly the way I sewed the other part. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Alright, so I'm done doing that, and this is what it looks like. I'm just going to top stitch. Okay, I'm done doing that. Now I'm just going to flip it over this way, like so. So what I'm going to do next is to secure it with pins. Okay, so I'm just going to give a space to this point while I sew from this angle to this angle, and I'll do the same to the other end. Okay, just straight lines. I'm going to sew from this point to this point. Okay, all right, now I'm done doing that, and this is what it looks like. Next, I'm just going to hold this like so and secure it with pins and hold it like so. Our bag is taking shape already. Now hold this angle like so, and I'll secure with pins. Alright, then I'll go over to my sewing machine and sew it like so, just a little, yeah, like so. So this is what it looks like. I'm done doing that. Okay, I'm just going to flip it to the other side. I'm going to turn it over. All right, nicely done. Okay, so I'm just going to sew this place, the space where I left earlier. So I'm done sewing it. So I'm just going to fix this in. Then I'm going to get the middle of the bag. You can measure from there 6 cm and give it a mark, just a little mark, and from the middle you measure 6 cm as well to the other side. Then you measure 4 cm okay to the inside, then 4 cm to the inside. This is where we are going to place the handle. Okay, so our bag is taking shape already. We are almost done. It's just a few steps remaining. So I'm just going to pin the handle just where I made those marks. All right, I'm going to do the same to the other side, 6 cm and 4 cm. Then I'll place the handle with pins. Then I'm going to sew just a straight line. So I'm done doing that quickly. I'm done doing that. I'm just going to turn the hand like so, and then hold it with pins. So just going to hold it with pins. All right, nicely done. Okay, now do the same to the other side. Hold the handle with pins. I'm going to sew just 4 corners like so, 4 corners just like so, in a box format. So I'm done doing that. This is what it looks like. Okay, so next we're just going to hold it up like so, and we'll secure it with pins. You can choose to measure like 6 cm downwards, 6 cm, and you hold it up with pins. All right, you're just going to do the same for the side as well, 6 cm. Okay, so okay, next I'll go over to my sewing machine and just sew a straight line from that point to the point I marked the 6 cm. Okay, so I'm done doing that, and this is what it looks like. Nicely done. All right, I'm happy to announce that the bag is ready. Our bag is ready. Nicely done. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you've not. All right, because more juicy tutorials are coming every week, 1 or 2 tutorials every week. Thank you.